questions.
What's the plan for PJ?
We'll just see. He's been out for a long time, so but we're glad to have him. Good veteran voice. So see how it unfolds.
So is this sort of a case like we were talking the other day, where he needs a couple practices to kind of get out?
Well, yeah, it depends on the situation. We have to see where he is and what our needs are.
Before you even get him in a game, it's just that veteran voice.
Yeah, and we've got great respect for him. He's been a great competitor in the league for a long time. So just veteran leadership, basically the type of role that Taj had when he came in, and then if there's a need, he's got the experience to handle it.
You mentioned earlier that he knows the Villanova guys from when he was in Philly. I mean, I know it's super early, but do you see that connection?
I mean, that's a long time ago. So, but I think the guys are familiar with each other from the league, from playing against each other and things like that. So, that's, the big thing is the veteran experience. And he's been through everything. He carved his own niche, he earned his way, and so I think that's all positive.
Coach Thibodeau, of course, the Kings roster has changed a lot with Zach Valanciunas and Laravia. Just want to know, what do you see, with the different changes and how they play in style that Doug Christie has?
Well, I think like the explosiveness, Laravia adds a lot. Levine's been one of the premier scorers. I think when you couple him with DeRozan, that's a lot. Keon Ellis has played really, really well, and Monk has played at a high level prior to his injury. So a lot of weapons. Sabonis is having an incredible year, and then Valanciunas is another guy you can dump the ball into, and he's a load to deal with down low. So it's a deep team that they can score a lot of points. They're physical, so we have to be ready for that.
And what do you think about the job that Doug Christie is doing since he took over December 27th?
And again, I think, Mike Brown did a terrific job here. Doug has been excellent. Doug's been around the game a long time. He's prepared himself for every situation, so he's done a terrific job as well there. They're a tough team on both sides of the ball.
I know you haven't been able to fully unleash Mitch yet, but is there anything you've seen from him that maybe surprised you, that he's been able to adjust to quickly since being so far off?
But, and I think each day is a little bit better for him. The big thing is the health, and he feels great. So, that part is very, very positive, and I think the more he continues to work, his stamina is going to come around, and it'll get better and better. So we're very pleased with the way he's played.
He told us when we first talked to him a few months ago that he wasn't doing things like ice after games and paying attention to his diet. How have you seen him kind of mature over the last year with the game being taken from him? And
well, I think that's the maturation. That's part of it. I think players come into the league and they're young and they don't realize the length of the season and what you're going to endure, and I think as you continue to mature and you get stronger, you get bigger, you got to really work at it, particularly for the big guys as they get older. That's a lot, and so I think light and lean is really the way to go, and I think he's recognized that and he's done a really good job with it.
What do you want to see from Tyler Kolek to kind of take the next step?
Yeah, just continue to work. I think young guys coming into the league, that the big thing is learning the league. And so it's a different game than college. But every step has been positive for him, the way he practices, the job he's done in the G League. You just keep learning every day. And again, that when you talk about the value of a guy, a veteran guy like PJ coming in, I think that helps. Like you don't want all old guys, you don't want all young guys. You want to have a blend. And we always say that the older guys help teach the younger guys the tricks of the trade, and the younger guys, your job is to bring energy to the old guys. So you want everyone working together and bringing the best out of each other.
Is there anything that stands out about the Kings' defense within the last 5 games or so compared to when you saw them in January?
I think tied together, swarming the ball. I think they've continued to, develop. Keegan has been, a load to deal with. I think the size at the rim with Valanciunas is another factor. Laravia is really, an excellent wing defender. So that and Ellis is, that to me, that was his strength coming in, and he's really come along very, very well offensively. So it's a lot. I mean, you put ball pressure, and then you get the length at the rim, and then the wings that put a lot of pressure on you as well.
With,
What would you say your single biggest challenge without Jalen is moving
Yeah,
forward?
and I think that's the big thing. The challenge is you're not going to replace Jalen individually. We understand that, so we have to do it collectively. And I think for us, the way to go is to count on your defense. Everyone's capable of playing great defense. Everyone's capable of rebounding the ball well. And we got to keep our turnovers down. So I think when you're shorthanded, you have to play with great intensity. You got to play together, and you got to play smart.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.